Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Neo once again for Back to Warcraft reporting about patch 1.31. The latest patch is now available at PTR and can be downloaded and tested right off the Blizzard servers. And we displayed the new features and maps, we displayed the human and orcs, and now it's time to go into the Undead, where the biggest changes by far have been made. So let's go and introduce the new Scourge. At first, there's a little change to the Dark Ranger, which I included here because it's the only neutral hero that has been changed. Life Drain now synergizes with Black Arrow, the orb spell the Dark Ranger has. So if you use Life Drain and a unit is under the effect of Life Drain, it also creates a new skeleton, just like Black Arrow would do in a specific time. Will this change a lot? I don't think so. Then you have to go Life Drain and Black Arrow. No Silence. Usually Silence is the reason to go for the Dark Ranger. Maybe we will see some 1-1-2 builds or so on level 4 with Life Drain to help a little, but, well, it's a step in the right direction. It's just not game-changing. What could be game-changing is the changes to ghouls, as Ghoul Frenzy, already a sick upgrade, has been buffed by 10%. Not only 25, but now 35 increased attack speed for the ghouls. They are still very squishy. They can be easily dealt with AoE, for example, but it's already a struggle for Night Elves. If you don't kill too many ghouls early, they will just overwhelm you in the late game. This is should make ghouls more worthwhile, and maybe we see more ghoul action. And this would be quite old school, and what's also quite old school is Gargoyles. A pretty much a crap unit until now. Maybe not anymore. We see the Gargs more and more recently, especially in China, and to buy time for expansions. Now Gargoyles match the movement speed of hippos and flying machines. So there's a movement speed buff of 50. So this means in synergy with Nova, they are a lot faster than hippos. And they can battle with flying machines again. Also, they are a lot cheaper. So if you mass them, not only do you have them faster than, let's say, Dryads, but you also don't have to pay as much as you have to now. This could bring Gargs back or more into the center of meta, especially against Night Elf again. But again, this is not the biggest change yet. The biggest change is regarding Necromancer, because basically this unit has been remade. It's been a joke unit for years. Nobody really played it except for some cheese strats with Necro wagons, but never really pretty much effective. So the issue was that Raise Dead was not very effective as an initiate spell. You needed always something else to make a Necromancer effective. That's not the case anymore because the spell unlock order has been changed. Raise Dead is not the initial spell anymore, it's Cripple. Then you get Raise Dead on Adept, and with Master Training you unlock the Unholy Frenzy. Almost all, Cripple and Frenzy have been reworked. So Cripple is not the original Cripple anymore, it's a lot cheaper, like 30% or something, down from 125 to 85. Also, the effects have been reworked. The movement speed is still drastically lowered by 75%. The attack damage is reduced by 35%, and the attack speed is also decreased by 10%. I mean, the original Cripple was still stronger, but for an initiate spell, this seems really sick. It's stronger than Slow. It's more damage reduction than Curse. It is more expensive, but as a single target debuff, this is one of the best in the game and available early on. And imagine you go more ghouls now and you have this slow. This could lead to a lot of surrounds for the Undead. Raise Dead now needs adept training, makes sense. Not the biggest change here, I guess. And Unholy Frenzy has been reworked as well, as it is the master spell now. It costs more mana, 50 more, but it's basically Area of Effect Unholy Frenzy. You have to sacrifice a unit for this, so most likely a skeleton or whatever you want to deny from your opponent, and everything within a 250 range gets Unholy Frenzy, doesn't matter if friend or foe. So imagine a big army with the Lich and the Fiends, and you send a skeleton in, sacrifice this, and your entire army is frenzied. with one spell. Those are changes to the Necromancer that could really, really be strong. I can totally see a Necromancer statue Fiend army, maybe with the Garg transition in the middle to establish an expansion or something, but this makes Necros a lot better. This was something that's been asked for a long time, and another thing that has been asked for a long time is a regen for undeads on tier 1, because you don't have heal stealth, you don't have regen, you don't have moonwells, so Blizzard gives us a new item. The picture might be wrong, I just took it to have something. It is a new item available at the Tome of Relics on tier 1 that costs 125, could be less. Don't know if that's the latest thing. Has 2 charges, 20-second cooldown, and you have to sacrifice a unit once again, most likely a skeleton or a ghoul, whatever, and gives every non-mechanical unit of yours 100 HP back in a 300 range. So again, if you play mass ghouls, this could be really good. This could be really good. This might reduce the dependency of a Death Knight because you have healing. Ghouls are stronger in the very late game, but you mean that makes ghouls stronger. And you can support ghouls with slow. So I see a lot of synergies, especially if you can raise that with better necromancers and have those spare units that you can just throw away. It basically gives undead what Blizzard intended them to have, a third resource, which is skeletons. Very exciting changes. In my opinion, this will make... I don't know. I think people will still go for the Death Knight, because especially the synergy with Unholy Aura and the Cripple is sick. But you can do more now. You're more free in what you do. Maybe less Fiend dependent, but we'll see. It's very hard to predict what's going on with the Undead with so many changes. How do you like it? How do you like Ghoul Frenzy being even stronger than it was before? How do you like the new Necromancers? How do you like the Ritual Dagger, which is the new item in the Undead shop? Will this make Undead OP? Is it what we needed? It is what we've been asked for a long time. Is it too strong? Give us your feedback on the new Undead race. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get my hands on it, and I hope you do too. Download the PTR, try it, test it, give us your thoughts here in the comment section or at discord.backtowwarcraft.com. The next video is about the Night Elves.